Hey guys, so tomorrow Barcelona play against Athletic Club Bilbao, so today I'm going to be doing a match preview. So as we already know, Barcelona has already played against Athletic Club twice this season, one time in October when they played at home in the Olympic Stadium, winning the match, and then the other time back in January in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals where they were eliminated by Bilbao. So let's start out with those two games, starting off with the home match against Athletic Club in the Olympic Stadium. So this was a game that Barcelona did impact win, which was great. Marc Guiu made his debut and scored a goal on his debut, an instant impact from him when he was subbed on in like the 79th-ish minute, scoring in the 80th minute, which is great. However, Athletic Club Bilbao did a very good job at frustrating Barcelona in the game. I just feel like Barcelona was passing without a purpose at times. We've seen it throughout the season. We saw it in that game. And I feel like some players weren't giving 100%. They were giving more of like 80%. However, you do have like some standout players like João Felix, who I think this was one of his better games at Barca. He was constantly trying to create threats, constantly trying to create chances for himself and his teammates, and he set up that goal for Marc Guiu. I think Ter Stegen also did pretty well in this match. He saved a couple of chances, especially from the Williams brothers, Iñaki Williams and Nico Williams, big threats all the time when Barcelona play against them. You also have Inigo Martinez going up against his former club, and he did pretty well in this match as well, blocking any shots, really good at clearances, and I think he made a very good clearance against like Nico Williams, which was really great by him. Throughout this season, it has felt like Barcelona has, been sloppy with their passes, has been poor with their decision making, and there has been a lack of chemistry with like the team in general, and I feel like in this game that was the case for a lot of the players. Moving on to the second match Barcelona played against Bilbao this season, which was literally just in January, the 4-2 defeat against Bilbao in the away match in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals. Now this match, right away, it was a bad start from Barca. They literally conceded like 30 seconds as soon as like the match started, and I would say I was surprised, but it's been a reoccurring theme with Barcelona this season where they concede very early on. They lack concentration in the beginning of the first half and also in the beginning of a second half as well. I don't know why that's the case, but it seems to happen to Barcelona way too much this season. Now, Bilbao started off the match with a lot of intensity and were really pressuring Barca, and I feel like Barcelona just lacked intensity. They looked very slow. They just weren't that good in the very beginning of this match. Now, they seem to have gotten it together like later in the first half when Lewandowski scored and then Lamine scored shortly after, but then once again, second half started and they conceded very early on. Now, this game went to extra time for literally no reason. Barcelona already thought they won the game right in like the very beginning of the second half, which I don't know why. They were only leading by one goal, so I don't know why they always think they won the game before they even won it. But for this game to go to extra time, it was just pure disappointment for like Barcelona fans in general. Now, the right side to this game was definitely the youngsters. Lamine Yamal got a goal, should have scored 2 more goals to get a hat trick, but we can't be relying on a 16-year-old to carry the team's attack. The other players also have to play their part. And also you got Hector Fort that was subbed on for Balde since Balde unfortunately did get injured. And I feel like Hector Fort did a pretty good job in winning his duels and, creating opportunities for his teammates. That being said, Barcelona's defense, as it has been throughout this whole season and in this game also, looked very stretched out, looked like some players were out of position at times, and just looked really disorganized. And that's something you don't want to do, especially against a team like Bilbao that has a lot of intensity and a lot of pressure. Now, moving on to the game between these two sides tomorrow, obviously Barcelona are coming off a great win against Getafe 4-0, but Athletic Club Bilbao are also coming off a great win from Thursday where they beat Atletico Madrid 3-0 to advance to the Copa del Rey final. Now, Iñaki Williams and Nico Williams are 2 out of the 3 players that scored in their match against Atletico Madrid. That being said, Nico Williams is suspended due to a red card that he got against Real Betis last weekend. Therefore, he won't be available for the game against Barca. Now, I am a big fan of Nico Williams. I hope he becomes a Barcelona player one day. I think he's incredible and I think he has so much potential. That being said, one Williams brother is more than enough because if I had both of them playing, I think the stress would just be through the roof. Now, this won't be an easy game by any means, especially an away match against Bilbao that have a really good record in their home stadium. It's a very tough stadium to play in, but I feel like Barcelona if they do what they did against Getafe and start with a lot of intensity and, pressure Bilbao, then I do think they have a good chance at winning the match. Barcelona cannot be sleeping when that whistle blows. They have to start off the match very concentrated with a lot of energy. I know that Bilbao is going to be very aggressive in this match, and Barcelona also have to be just as aggressive. The defense cannot be stretched out. They all have to defend together as a unit, not just rely on the defenders alone, but even the midfielders have to defend. Even the attackers have to defend. It's just what has to happen against Bilbao, and they have to remain concentrated on what's going on. And also communication definitely has to be good also, because I've noticed this season that there have been mistakes defensively, all because the back line did not communicate properly. And another big thing for Barcelona is to pass with the purpose, to stop passing backwards and to start passing forwards. That's what they did against Getafe, and that's why they were able to score as many goals as they did. Also, be more direct. That's what they did against Getafe, and it ended up working out, so they just need to be more direct with their passing. Now, moving on to what I think Barcelona's starting 11 should be for this match. Obviously, I have Ter Stegen starting as the goalkeeper. For the defense, I have Araujo and Inigo Martinez as the starting center backs. Obviously, Cubarsí has been doing great with his passing and everything, but I think Inigo Martinez is a very aggressive defender that's also good on the ball, and I think that's what we need against Bilbao because they're a very aggressive team. At right back, I have Koundé. It seems like his confidence is back, so hopefully it continues on for this match. And then I also have Cancelo as the left back. Now, for the midfield, it is tricky because I do think that we need Christensen playing as a pivot because I think that keeps Barcelona organized defensively and in the midfield. So for me, he has to play in that pivot position. But then you have Frenkie, Gundo, Pedri that are all starters in that midfield, which makes it difficult to decide who should start. I think Gundo should definitely start 100%, and I would say possibly start on Frenkie and then sub on Pedri later on in the match because it seems like Pedri can't play a full 90 minutes. He's still physically weak. Now for the attack, I have Lewandowski as the striker. I think that currently he is on form, and even when he's not scoring, he is contributing and trying to connect with his teammates. For the left wing spot, I would put João Felix because he did do well in the game earlier on this season, so I would give him another shot. And then for that right wing spot, I think Rafinha obviously did well against Getafe, and Lamine Yamal did well in the most recent match against Bilbao. But because I want to rest Lamine Yamal for the other games ahead, I would say probably start Rafinha, and then you could always sub Lamine Yamal on later. Now, I will say another option is a 4-4-2 with the same defense, but in the midfield, you would put in also Fermin Lopez, and then for the two forwards, you would have Lewandowski and Vitor Roque as well to be paired as a duo, a double striker kind of situation. I think regardless of what the starting 11 is, I think Fermin should definitely play this match because what Barca lack is intensity, and they're going to need it against Bilbao, and I think Fermin is the closest you could get to Gavi's intensity, so that's why I think he should, even if he doesn't start, should be subbed on hopefully in the second half and have more minutes. My final prediction for this match is a 2-3 win for Barca. I think they'll score 3 goals, but I do feel like they may concede 2 goals because their defense may be too separated at times. Now that is the end of this video. I did want to add that on my YouTube channel, I will be doing more match previews, but at the end of the match, when it comes to match reviews, I will be sticking to doing that on my TikTok for at least the end of this season, and maybe things will change for next season. Maybe I'll start posting more match reviews on YouTube on here. But yeah, make sure to leave your thoughts on the match in the comment section. Be sure to comment your score prediction as well. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And also be sure to follow me on all my socials, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my X account as well. And yeah, bye guys.